crowning 4 champions in 3 days here at Phoenix Raceway November 3rd through the 6th, including the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, where chaos ensues and some of the bright young stars of NASCAR continue to make their name. This is the Inside Lane. I'm your host, Devin Henry. Join us this week to get us ready for that NASCAR Truck Series playoff battle. He is an Alabama legend, state champion, the 2015 ARCA Menard Series champion, and a 7-time NASCAR Camping World Truck Series winner. Driver of the GMS Racing number 23 Chevy Silverado from Fairhope, Alabama, it's Grant Enfinger. Grant, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Great to have you on here, and I gotta say, it's a little weird how we have so many breaks in the Truck Series season. It was weeks ago, the last time that you were on track at Kansas. What do you do during these off weeks to keep yourself mentally ready to go?
Yeah, it has been tough. The schedule this year, the summer stretch was so brutal as far as, we had 8 races in a row, California gateway dirt races all in the mix there. It was really tough on the teams. As drivers, we love that, but from a team standpoint, it's tough. And then we're almost the opposite now. I feel like the playoffs go on for 4 months, to get these 7 races done. So it is tough. And, I feel like we were kind of in a groove. We've made so much progress the last couple of months at GMS racing. So we're wanting to race each and every week now, but just the way the schedule works out, we gotta do the best we can. It does give us extra time to prepare. We've had some extra polishing we've been doing on the Speedway truck, getting ready for Talladega, and yeah, we've got extra time to prepare. But yeah, it does get you out of the groove a little bit as a driver.
So what do you do for fun during these off weeks, or is it all business? Getting ready for the playoffs. What does your schedule look like? What are you doing during these off weeks?
When we had our first break about a month and a half ago, I was able to go back to Alabama, spend some time with family. That's about the only thing we've done outside of racing so far. So we spent quite a bit of time at the shop, and even more time with Josh Wise and our guys at Chevrolet Performance. We got the news center over there in Concord that we've been spending a lot of time at. I've been definitely fortunate enough this year to spend a lot of time on the DIL. So I feel like I'm going over there at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. So we've definitely had extra time to prepare, but there's nothing like the actual racetrack, that's for sure.
And like you talked about, going back home to Alabama, and now this weekend, ready for Talladega, your NASCAR home track. It's still about 5 hours from your hometown, but still nonetheless, what does it mean to get to go to your home state, represent the state of Alabama, and race this weekend at Talladega at home?
There's a lot of things that make that special. This is kind of the track that got that fire burning for me when I was a kid and a race fan, going up there and seeing the races and seeing all the drunks walking around there at Talladega. We would always take a big Greyhound bus, my dad and his friends, and a fellow by the name of Greg Allen, who's helped me in my career, and his son Evan. We would go up there each and every year, and man, that was just the most fun I would have all year. So that's kind of what got the fire burning for me. So that's special, that the fact that a lot of those friends and family, a lot of the guys that were able to help me early on in my career, they'll be at this race. They'll be there watching it and cheering us on. So that's always a good time. And then obviously Talladega, just the speedway racing, the mental aspect of that is something I've always enjoyed. I am glad we only go to 2 speedways a year in the truck series, because man, it gets rough out there, but it's definitely a style of racing that I do enjoy. And looking forward to hopefully a big weekend for us back home.
And I know we always sell this race as anyone can win, anyone can get to the checkered flag, but like you said, it takes a certain mental mindset to get yourself in position to win. Unfortunately, you haven't had the greatest luck on your side with everything that happens in the chaos at Talladega. But can you take us a little bit deeper into what it takes mentally to succeed at this racetrack?
I think number one, just like anywhere we go, to have speed is so huge. If we unload and we have a champion power equipment Chevy that's capable of controlling the race, that's the mentality I want. That's the position I hope we're in. And I feel like we've got a great possibility to have that. But if you don't, if you have an okay truck, all right, you got to position yourself to where you can make it to the end of the race, to where you can fight for that checkered flag. You know, 36 trucks will start this race. A lot of times there's maybe a dozen or 15, 18 to finish, and of those maybe 6 or 8 of them are clean. So to get to the end is a huge task. It's a tough task, but we're in the truck series. Our race is 250 miles long. Stage points matter for us. We're not going to sit in the back and ride. We've got to go and go hard, and honestly, hope the stars align and hope it's on your side. And this is where I got my first Truck Series win with GMS racing in 2016. So hopefully we can duplicate that again.
And a win this weekend would mean so much, not only locking you into the championship for Phoenix, but of course, just winning at your home track. But you got into this round because you won at Indianapolis Raceway Park. And last year, you had the points to be in the playoffs. You're in a situation where you're jumping around cars. NASCAR said you missed one race, so sorry, not eligible. What did it mean, looking back, to get that win at IRP and say, not only do I belong here, but I should be a championship favorite. I'm locked into the next round, and now you have a chance potentially to race for a championship if you can get through this round. What did that win mean to you a few months ago now?
Yeah, obviously any win is a big win, especially at this level at the Truck Series. For us going into this season, so thankful and so blessed to have this opportunity with GMS Racing. And like you mentioned, I was bouncing around last year, and now I'm with one of the premier teams in the series with a great sponsor in Champion Power Equipment and great resources from Chevrolet and so much support from those guys. So this is a position that every driver wants to be in. We, struggled the first half of the season with just sheer speed. I feel like we've narrowed the gap a lot. We found a direction early on in the season. And then when Jeff was able to come back with me a couple months ago, I feel like we started turning the corner and started building more and more momentum and more speed. And has resulted in better finishes. But yeah, to solidify our path that we were going down with a win at IRP was huge. And the fact we did that, the opening round of the playoffs there, that the bounces us into this round is huge. So, not selling that short at all, but it's more important for us to win in this round, I think, than it was the last round. It was possible for us to point our way in, and still, anything's possible. Somebody will point their way into Phoenix, but it's a lot better to go ahead and win and get in. So Talladega is a good opportunity for us, but a lot of people are looking at it like that too. And like you were talking earlier, yeah, anybody is capable of winning at Talladega because that's the way things play out here. But man, a good driver, a good team, good spotter. They seem to make their way to the front more times than not, and hopefully we have that going for us this weekend.
And my last question before I let you go: we've been able to see a lot of you this year, not just from your wins, but your consistent racing the second half of the year. But who is Grant Enfinger away from the racetrack?
I guess if you want to talk about just the things that I enjoy outside of the track, I have a 15-month-old son named Carson now, so that has definitely consumed my life for the last 15 months. But it's been great. God's blessed me and Michelle with a healthy boy, and it has definitely changed our lives. That is for sure. So we're both older parents, I guess you could say. We're 37, so stuff is definitely changed. Outside of the track, I enjoy fishing. I enjoy kind of the low key events. I'm not a daredevil or anything like that outside the track, but I am a guy that likes to get my hands dirty. And man, it pains me to be away from the shop a lot of times. So I know that's what's best for me sometimes, and what's best for the team. Sometimes I get to asking Hensley too many questions, and get to asking all the guys on our team, are you sure we need to be doing this? Are you sure we don't need to be going down this path? But I love this sport. I love racing. And it's been my passion for over 20 years now. And I'm one of the guys that is truly, I truly understand the position I am and how blessed I am to be able to do this for a living.
Well, Grant, it was great to talk to you after the race at IRP and Victory Lane. Hopefully we get to do it again here at Phoenix Raceway on November 4th. Best of luck to you this weekend at your home state of Talladega. Hope to see you here in Phoenix fighting for a championship.
All right. Thank you so much.